Oh, to the garden. It's a New York sound like we in the garden. Huh? Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these shades, you see a murder house. A lot of people that I beef, it wasn't worth my time. Got my name in your mouth like them Perkins.
Hey, my creatives, what's going on? You already know when the ha go. Yes, I know my creatives. I took an immense break. How dare I? But nonetheless, you know how this goes over here, Cuts. It's to be for you. Nonetheless, culture, urban technology, and sports. You know how this goes. New season. We are here to speak to the power players, the figures, the creative figures that make the culture go forward. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, to my left, to your right. You know how we do over here. Story time, right, my creatives? So I'm not going to lie. This is why networking is key. Shout out to Breon on this one. She had her event. She was launching her season 2 launch of her show, and I met this guy right here. We was networking, chopping it up, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like, yo, let's get it." I showed him the clips. I sent him the clips of Cuts to get an idea, and he's here in the building. Nonetheless, I got Dennis OOI. Did I say it correctly?
We. Yeah.
Sorry, Dennis OOI. In the building. Dennis, what's good, man?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
All right, chilling, brother. Yeah. Listen, I appreciate you coming over here to Cuts. You know what I'm saying? We're in a new season. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the previous season. Shout out to everybody that did come up here and chop it up with the Ruger spread. You know, Reemo Meerak, you're here now, man. Like definitely like 2026. What's good? Yeah. I mean, I know it's still, we just got here. I mean, we're here, but it still feels fresh.
We are here.
What is it feeling for you right now?
We picked the right day to do this because it is freezing outside.
Woo!
Is it the coldest day of the year?
Ooh, yeah. Well, not yet. Oh, yeah. To my understanding, not yet.
Well, it's British of me talking about the weather. But no, I'm good, man. I'm good. 2026, we're here. Everything started. And yeah, it's just interesting times right now. I'm avoiding the news.
Let me tell you.
I haven't looked at the news for 2 days, so I'm okay.
Okay, right, yeah. Let me tell you, my creatives, listen, you know how it is with the Ruger spread. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm like, dag. And even on a hip hop sense too, a lot of things is going on. But then when you go to the news, it's like a double whammy. I'm like, all right, I need my energy to create. Let me just leave it at that. Not saying that I don't care. Let's just keep it clear, my creatives. Not saying I don't care, but it's like, all right, guys.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
We just got here.
It's like you have to care, and you do, because this is our world, this is our society,
right?
But at the same time, there's only so much energy, and like just to have that small break, it just helps you just rejuvenate everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit, man. And even for you, as what you do, by the way, I forgot to mention, actor, content creator extraordinaire, and also I just found out a little chop, he also helps behind the scenes as well. So you know what I'm saying? Look, can we say producer? Yeah. Because for me, I'm big on labels, but correct labels.
Yeah,
I'm big on that.
I don't really produce. I produced like a short film once, but I help other artists with their self-tapes, with their auditions. So I feel that. That's a healthy contribution to the artistic society.
Will we say casting director? Kind of?
No, not that. It's more, right? So now, like back in the day when people had to audition, the casting director would call people in the room. But now people tape themselves, right?
Right.
But, you know, sometimes, like if you're married, you have to do self-tapes with your spouse. Your spouse might divorce you after like 2 years, right? So I help other actors with their tapes. I tape them. I read with them. Sometimes it goes into coaching. And I've been doing this since 2018. It's just like to keep the lights on. But artistically, it feels like I'm closer to acting every day. Because like I would suck at waiting tables. I'll be horrible. So I think this is better for everyone. Yeah.
Is it not an artist or creative that wouldn't say that?
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's one artist or creative that's doing this that said, I'm not gonna lie, I'd suck at the office, I'd suck at the tables, I'd suck at lifting packages. You know what I'm saying? That's just not for me. Even yours truly, I'll keep it a buck. Yeah, did I graduate with a computer degree? Yes. In computer science? Yes. Amazing. Woo! Awesome. When I started working that type of job, you know what I'm saying, in the offices, it sucked bad. It just wasn't me. I'm not gonna lie, it just wasn't me. I was like I'm not doing this.
Yeah, it's like finding your purpose.
Yes.
And like, it sounds but you find the thing that you're truly meant to do, right? Or the thing that feels home.
Right.
And for me, like I was like, it took me 38 years until I found acting. So better late than never, right?
Hey, listen, man. Let's get right to it, man. All right, be honest. What's the most NYC actor thing you've done since your start?
The most NYC actor thing.
Shout outs to the pre-production. Shout outs to the team on the Reemo Meerak brand. Yo, we just go crazy with the setups.
Okay, I think I know. All
right.
Yeah.
What's the most NYC actor thing you've done?
So I shot a show I was in a show called Bridge and Tunnel. That was on MGM Plus. And the director was Ed Burns. That showrunner was Ed Burns.
Okay.
Love you, Ed, if you're watching this.
Yes.
Miss you. Like growing up for me, I watched a lot of movies. And his movie, The Brothers McMullen, was one of my favorites. It was just like one of the most New York City movies. So I got super lucky and I got cast in that show. Mm-hmm. And I think we're shooting in Soho. And it was an outdoor scene and I was like wearing a tuxedo and stuff like that. It was super cool. And then, like when they shut down streets, like people walk by. It's like rubbernecking. They walk by and they look. Mm-hmm. And this lady walks by and then I think she asked someone like, what are you shooting here? And someone said like Bridge and Tunnel. And that was the name of the show. And I think she heard wrong. And she's like, Bridgerton? The Netflix show? And she's like, honey, they're shooting Bridgerton. And she runs off. I'm like, oh, that's so New York City. Or like, yeah.
And I'm laughing. I'm laughing because even during my times, like on Law and Order, you know what I'm saying? The times I've acted on Law and Order, background actor, I have a couple of one-line scenes in Law and Order and stuff like that. That would happen on set. That was my like aha moment or wake-up call to really understand what was going on. This is like earlier on in my career. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or you'd be like, come on, all right, can we just get through this? And then when you have to stop, you know how to go, we got to do it again because of that person. Or if there was a sound in the background, like they hear it in the production team and the staff, it's like, oh, you got to do this again. Yeah. Or God forbid, if you had to do the scene, it's like hot weather.
Dude, I think I just saw this. I think it was like a behind this. They were shooting something. Mm-hmm. And, like, in a film set, everything's blocked off, especially for outside. I think some lady went up to, man, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Law and Order. Maybe it was, could have been Queen. No, I can't remember. But somebody walked up to the lead actor and told them how much they love them. And the lead actor's like, we're right in the middle of a shoot here. Because people in New York don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Can I curse on the show?
No,
I won't.
Dude,
I'll be like,
if you watch the episodes, have you seen the host? You're fine. Sir.
My mum might watch, so I'll be
right.
PG-13.
Right. No, so man. I mean, here in New York, you know how it is over here. Because it's the big fish, little pond over here syndrome. So it's like, mentally, we just feel, we the shit. It doesn't matter, pedestrian, actor, producer, but you're going to feel the shit regardless, but it does get annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Well, I love it though. It's like, I grew up in Zurich, Switzerland. I was born in England, but when I was 9, I moved to Switzerland.
Okay.
And Zurich's such a and I love it. It's home. My family lives there. My mum lives there, sister and everyone, my high school friends. But every time I go back, there's a cleanliness to it. And then after I'm there. And I'm like, man, I kind of miss it here. But after 2 weeks, I'm like, man, I miss homeless people. Like, I miss, those sounded horrible. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's a grittiness and freedom and liberating about it.
Yeah, right? No, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been here all my life. You know what I'm saying? You already know, I'm in my mid-40s. I've been here all my life. You know what I'm saying? And even when I travel, I'd be like, can't wait to leave. And then when I land, you know what I'm saying? I played, Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind, New York, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is. When you become a New Yorker, it doesn't matter born here or if you came here, transferred here or transported here and stuff like that, whatever, and you've been here more than 10 years or whatever, you're still going to feel that You're still going to feel like, you know what? This ain't it. And that's what happens. If you make it here, you make it anywhere. I mean, that's just what it is. And that's not just saying successfully. That's just saying overall. Yeah. Because when you encompass that New York energy, just the grit, the lifestyle, the grind, when you go to other places don't really have like that barrier that you would feel if you didn't come from New York. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. You know what I mean?
Dude, it is that energy. And like, it was first moving, I like came in 2008, and it took me a while to like really breathe it in. And now like 2008 years later, I'm like, no, I'm a New Yorker. So
listen, man. I mean, I get it from in homegrown New Yorkers.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? With the whole rule about if you were born, then it matters. I get it.
No,
but
F that.
No, right. I get it. But at the end of the day, listen, when you adapt here, you know, it's only certain places.
Yeah.
Here, I'll say Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Miami.
Yeah.
LA. Or even like you say Santa Monica. I'm more Santa Monica. I don't know about you. I'm more Santa Monica than LA. Like LA is like, all right, cool, I guess, for business wise and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm more Santa Monica is my speed. I don't know about you when you go to California, but Santa Monica is my speed.
I don't know. Where was I? No, man, New York's my speed now.
No, okay.
It's like, that's okay. It's like,
that's okay.
You know what it is? It's like, what was I like? Because like living in 3 different countries, right? And I'm a citizen of 3 countries, and people are like, what do you identify as? Mm-hmm. Like British, Swiss, American. My dad was from Singapore, or like Asian. Right. And I'm like, I identify as a New Yorker. Just because this is the first time I felt really home in my whole life, right? And like, is it perfect? No. A lot of warts and flaws, but still, there's an energy here.
Hey, man, listen. You know how this goes, my creatives. Yeah. All right, man. If your acting career were a genre right now, what would it be? Indie drama, dark comedy, or psycho thriller?
All of the above.
Okay. All right, now take us into it. Now take us into it, son.
Maybe like, I don't know, dark comedy? I don't know. It's so weird. It's just like, even me acting, and now in 10 years, like, it just feels so surreal, right? Because I grew up doing something very different. Because when I was 10, moving to Switzerland, went to high school there. And after high school, like, education in Europe's really different. They have trade schools there.
Right.
So anyone can go to university or college, but you have to have really good grades. And because I'd only been in Switzerland and spoken German for like 5 years, my German wasn't strong enough to go to university. So I did like a trade school for banking, which meant I started my work life in a bank with one company, and I stayed with that same company for 18 years, and they brought me to the States. And that was 2008, which was like a really bad year to work for a bank because the whole financial crisis and everything. Cool. So after that, I felt a sense of freedom after I was let go. So they let me go in 2012. And after that, I felt this weird sense of freedom. And I figured, okay, because I'd started working so young, straight out of high school, I felt I lacked like partying. So I was like going out and drinking too much.
Like partying? Well, being from overseas, you like partying?
Yeah, well, you know, it's like
it's overseas.
Yeah, but you know, because you know what happens? Like you start, like in the States, you go to college, right? And there's the college dorm, like people that party in that regard, like that, which is ironic because in hindsight, I don't think I did because weekends I did have a lot of fun, but I just went too hard and too fast. And like going out and partying is fun until it's not, right?
Right.
And after that time, I thought, okay, I worked for a bank for this long. Maybe I want to do something else. I tried different things, but my heart wasn't into it. And my whole life, I was like, you know what? Because I grew up watching movies and TVs. That was my thing. And I just wanted to give it a try. But I was so scared. And like, if you have a job, the older you get, the harder it is to segue. So to segue from like working at a bank and then being an actor, it's like 2 very different things. And that was petrifying. So I never really considered it. But what happened over time, I fell into this really deep depression and it got...
I know about that.
Dude, it got really, really dark. And as I was like hitting rock bottom, then I figured, okay, I might as well give it a shot. So I started taking, well, actually, I signed up for these Groupon acting classes, but I never took them. So for a year, I was like signing up. I never went. So it's a bunch of money out the window. And I started taking acting classes, but I think I was in such a bad place. It felt therapeutic, which is good. Like if you need therapy, go to a therapist. Don't use acting as your thing.
We have said that many times on cuts. We have said that many times. Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so it was the first time I was doing something artistic, and it just felt kind of like home. But that's still it's a long way from taking acting classes to like doing this professionally. And there were like three things that kind of got me to it. I think one was, I have a DJ friend. His name's Jacob Van Hage. He's from Holland.
Yeah, shout out to Jake, man.
Hey, Jacob. Hi. He came to visit and we're hanging out. He could tell I wasn't like in a great place. And he asked me, well, what do you want to do? I was like, it was the first time I said it out loud. I think I want to act. But that's a really stupid idea. And he's like, why? Well, because, it's not a real thing. Because it wasn't a real thing for me then. He's like, he looked at me and he's like, hey, I'm a DJ. I'm like, oh, right. People can make a living off arts. And the second thing was, it's still like the story I told myself, like, well, I'm from Switzerland. No one like comes from Switzerland could do something like pursue those dreams. Swiss people aren't like that. And backtrack, I was a huge WWE wrestling fan growing up.
Ah, nice.
Right. Like,
segue, who's your favorite wrestler?
Cesaro.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cesaro.
Nice.
We're going to get into that, actually.
Nice,
so remember him? Like, he was in the WWE, Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
There's an AEW out, AEW destroying people.
Yeah.
So anyway, I knew of Claudio Castagnoli. I was a fan, but I'd never seen him live. So I went to this event in Bridgeport. It was a house show. And then we had pretty good tickets. It comes out. And professional wrestling is really interesting because to be a professional wrestler,
it takes a lot.
It's insane.
It takes a lot.
And it's like, it's such an art form.
Yes.
Like you're out there, you have a script you have to follow, but then you have to improvise. Then you have to like do promos and like in front of 20,000 people live, right? So I see this dude and we're roughly the same age, I guess. And he grew up like 50 miles from me. I'm like, man, this guy, he won the green card lottery, comes to the States and pursues this and becomes a professional wrestler. And I'm like, man, maybe someone from Switzerland can do this. So after that, I started applying for like acting jobs and like, backstage and like actors access and stuff. And I booked like a short film, a lead. And I shot that over a weekend and it just felt home. And at that time, I was working for a life insurance company, which wasn't really for me. So we shot that over a weekend. And Monday I went to the office and I was like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm becoming a professional actor. Mic drop. Walked out.
Drop the mic.
Probably not that cool. Probably, yeah. But anyway, yeah, but that was like the whole start. So it's like finding the inspiration, just overcoming paralysis to do stuff. But would it have happened if I hadn't gone through like depression and too much drinking? Probably not. Yeah. That was a long answer to you.
No, that's what's up. No, listen, and I'm gonna add on to it, and then we're gonna go to the next one. That's just what it is, man. I mean, there's no creative that didn't go through your path or something similar. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you found your purpose, and it took a lot for you to that. I commend you on that, and you just kept it going forward. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, it's always about when you start. Once you start, that's when you build up to your finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you were finding your purpose.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with finding your purpose. And then you put a plan to it.
Yeah.
And then from the plan, it grew into your career.
Yeah.
And then now with your career, you're cementing things to keep it intact, to keep going forward. And that's what it is.
I mean,
at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Yeah, just going forward. I mean, the thing is with acting, it's like you couldn't have less control.
Right.
Right. That's the challenging part.
Right.
Because first finding an agent, then you find the agent, and then you have to find an agent who sees you. But then like for me, it was also because I started acting late and I've taken a few classes, doesn't mean it was good.
Right.
It
took time.
It's still, I'm still learning it's like 10 years now. And it's like every day I try to be better at my craft. I think that's the chip on the shoulder because, I started out like, oh, he's from Britain. He's from England. Which means, we'll cast him as the British guy. Most British actors went to drama school.
Right.
That's a really good education.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. And it just took time, and it's the first time in my life, like when I worked for a bank, I didn't go home. I was like, oh, I'm going to read up on the foreign exchange market today, or like, what are stocks doing?
No, acting makes you study.
Yeah.
Acting makes you study. Like, it's not even just about the lines.
Yeah.
It's, you have to, like for me, shout out to Zubaro, you know what I'm saying? When I acted in that series,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I literally watched like a whole 5 seasons of New York Undercover, because a particular character in Malik Yoba's character, J.C. Williams, because I play a detective on the series, I literally not only studied my lines, but also studied the emotion and the behavior to emulate him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then incorporate of everything I've seen into, me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about acting. It's not always the lines. And that's what anybody would tell you. From agent to casting director, directors, what have you, even your cast mates and your acting mates. Yeah. It's not always about the line. It's not about the lines. It's about what you interpret of what you're reading from the lines. Yeah. And what are you understanding of the scene? Yeah. What are you understanding of the time? What are you understanding of the weather, everything, emotions, what have you? And what are you, the actor? Yeah. What are you going to convey, or what are you going to display out as for the character? You know what I'm saying?
No,
in that regard.
No, absolutely. And what you said before, like understanding the scene, that's the thing that a lot of like people they don't know that, because like you get a script and then you have to how do you interpret the script? Like, why is this person saying that? Like, your interpretation might be very different than what the screenwriter had. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean it's wrong, because then you're on set, and the beauty is you can have different interpretations of everything. Right. And that's why you can give like different takes and you figure out what feels right. But that's the thing. It's like this breathing, living art form. It could change in the moment, right?
Segue off it. What's the over-under you mark up your script when you get it? What's the over-under? From how many pages to about how many markings would you say?
Depends. Like if it's something, sometimes you pick up a scene and you're like, no, I know this scene. I've done this scene and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But something really juicy, which I don't get that much. Like I'm not at the career where it's like I'm going to get the lead for something. Not yet. One day. Right. But yeah,
never give up. You never know. Speaking of
but you never know, right? And it's also like, so it depends. Like if something's emotional, if it's like in multiple pages, then I might mark up more, just like have ideas or figure out. Like my main thing right now is like, okay, why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Why is this person saying? How would I interpret it? And when you tape right now, you're not in a room and you have a casting director giving you notes. It's your own director, your own cameraman, your own sound guy, your own editor. I think that's the big challenge right now for everyone, right? So it's like, okay, is this what they want from me? Mm-hmm. But if you go and think, okay, I'm going to give them what they want, right? It never really works that way, right? Like try to, but at the same time, be authentic you. Yeah. Because I've butchered auditions where I thought, this is what they need, or like my whole idea of it. I had this idea, did I sign an NDA for that? I don't know. I auditioned for a show. It was on HBO. And man, I cringe every time I look back at that audition because I was just doing something.
Don't you hate that part?
Yeah, but it's a learning process, right? It's I think something in that script says he did something creepy. And I was like, I was so cringy. And the show was super grounded and super gritty. And it's just I still get. I don't think a casting director's ever going to bring me in for that again. I hope they do, because since then it's like chip on the shoulder. Like for a year I've been working on those characters. So anyway, you want to hear funny? Go for it. You say about bombing, right? Yeah. So the Producers Club right there on 44th Street. Oh yeah,
yeah,
perform there as well.
I have too.
That's a New York thing, right?
Yes. So my first, I think it was like my first 5 auditions. Mm-hmm. The 5th one was there. I bombed the shit out of the shit, right? But here's the psycho in me that comes into play, right? Any audition that I have there, that stays in the back of my head. Yeah. And I'm so spot on. Yeah. And like it's like a urge. It's like I have this mentality anytime it's any audition that I've had there. Yeah. That it's weird. I like pit myself in the corner like a pit bull.
Yeah.
And I just go balls, hell on fire, whatever it is.
Oh, man, and
I'm not gonna lie.
But
Anytime after that, I've landed the roles or whatever was there.
Nice.
Which is weird. So I want to know from you, like, have you ever had that kind of moment? Like, if there's a audition where you previously auditioned at,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say, okay, you go back to that place again, and then your whole trigger switch is like, okay, I'm getting this role. Fuck this.
You know what? Because everything's self-tapes now.
Right.
Sadly not, but there's a dog in me because I've had some. Because when I was starting out, I couldn't do an American accent for shit. Like, it was bad. I was going out for like cop number 3 on Blue Bloods, and man, it was just, in hindsight, really freaking embarrassing. And I can do American, like, you know, I feel more comfortable doing it, and I could do like a white collar or blue collar. So I wish I could go back,
right,
and like do that. But I think in the meantime, you know, some casting directors have seen tapes and like, okay, maybe there's progress, because the only thing you can do is like have progress. Like, it's because we have no control about in anything else in our career. Like, even as you step up, right?
Yeah,
so
that's the thing, man.
Yeah. So for me, it was the only thing I can really do is like, have I improved since yesterday or last month, and just like continuously chipping away at that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. It's like a lot of people don't understand that about actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so much of a mechanism versus actual routine.
Yeah.
It's mechanism for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you reading the lines, breaking it down, external, internal.
Yeah.
Okay, is it night? Is it day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so much. And then when that switch clicks on, and you get into that character, you get into that mode, you lock in.
Yeah.
Even when you get to the, like, even though you say you do a lot of you've done self tapes and stuff like that, and you haven't really done on set, on location auditions, but just because, like, even I'll say, when last thing I did was like a reading, right? I had to do a live reading, that right there. If that's not adrenaline, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Because even at first, right?
Yeah.
We did the practices.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, when you practice, you know how it is with table reads and stuff like that. When it's table reads in practice, you're not really like, the mechanism doesn't click.
Yeah.
Until either you hear action, the lights are on, or people, and it's live.
Yeah.
So now, because I have previous experience, acting, you know, live, you know, off Broadway play and stuff like that. It's like my mechanism is so like it gets on. Like the minute if I hit the room and I see people or lights on, or even if you say action, like that mechanism, pow.
Yeah. Well, it becomes second nature, right? I think what you're saying before, like the markups with the
script,
your script and everything. Like, scripts have a formula to it, right? So, especially like they send you out for certain types, right? People see these types all the time. Like my friend, he goes out for the same roles all the time. He doesn't mark it up anymore because he's played the same character, and he's fine with it because he's really good at that, right? But yeah, like it has become that second nature. It's also like, I think back in the day when there was a CW, right? Because they shut that network down. You had younger actors, and kids would come out of college, acting school, whatsoever. And the ones that would get cast in a show, they learn on set because they get the 10,000 hours, right? That's 10,000 hours of doing something that's really good. For the other ones who didn't get cast, the ones who, they had to keep up. I think that's the biggest challenge, where I think younger actors, they don't get cast right away, and then life catches up with them. And the ones that do book things, you could just see the difference in between just your craft.
Yeah, and the preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Woo! We went cooking. We went cooking there. All right, man. You're stuck on a delayed subway train with three people from your industry. Who do you hope it isn't? Oh, damn, yo.
I didn't know. That's a curveball. I hope it's not.
Pre-production. What are we doing on cuts, bro?
Oh, man. Someone from the industry, I hope it isn't.
Yes. Who do you hope it isn't?
Oh, man. You know what? Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, and Ryan Coogler. And you know why?
Okay, why?
Because I don't want them to be stuck on a subway.
Yo, that answer is hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't want to be stuck on none. No, I'm stuck on none here. No,
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I don't want them to be stuck in a subway. So, yeah.
Yo, Dennis was like,
You throw me a curveball there, I'm going to throw one back. So, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
audition for
if
you
it's like
guys.
someone I wouldn't like, I don't know. Like,
yo, that's such a shout out to the Reemo Meerak brand team. Oh man, I don't know what we do in the rooms and put this together on even on the calls. We putting it together like, hey Reemo, what do you want? You want to do this? I think we should do this one. I'm like, I've been looking at it. I'm like, all right, guys, you sure? We do it. All right. If we get a good reaction, all right, whatever. All right, let's get to the next one.
sure.
Do you think content creation is saving actors or quietly replacing them? Ooh.
Bit of both, right?
And what
I feel,
pray tell.
right. I mean, right now, it's all about entertainment and what keeps us entertained. And
Right.
like back when I was growing up, I would go to movie theaters. I'll watch TV.
Right.
But now, people have their phones and they do different things. Like people listen to podcasts, people watch YouTube, there's Spotify, there's so much, and there's all this content. And the barriers of entry are now wide open. Because back in the day, if you want to do something, you want to do something entertaining, you had to have the gatekeepers. Like anyone could now make something on YouTube,
Right.
which is great.
Right.
But at the same time, the amount of eyes, everyone's fighting for your time because time's the only commodity you have. You're born, what do you have? Time. You don't know how much.
Right.
How do you choose to spend it? And how, it sounds out, it's a bit icky, but how do you take people's time, right? And people are monetizing your time, which is weird. But at the same time, it's good to entertain people and distract people from your everyday life, right? So if you can do that, that's great. So at the same time, it's also giving people access to create their own content. If you're an artist, you're an actor. And I don't do it enough myself. I wish I should, but
But not to cut you off. Do you feel for you it's more? Do you feel it's more time over matter, or is it one of those things where you just haven't adapted to that yet? Because that might be a thing too. If you want to put that into play,
that could be. I think it's just if I post something and it's funny, I don't post it for likes. I don't really have much of a following, but the people. My friends on Instagram, they're my friends. So if I post something funny, it's more for them and for me. But there's something very freeing about having an idea in your head and then just throwing it up there and having good reactions. I mean, it's good for your dopamine. But artistically, that's the beauty about the barriers of entry are gone because I could do something artistically and I could show it to, I could post it and then some people see it that I know and they're like, oh, this is funny. And some people who don't see it, who I don't know see it. That's even better. So yeah, a bit of both, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man. What hurts more, getting no auditions or getting views but no respect?
For me, no auditions.
Okay.
Because I don't post enough. But I could imagine if I spent some time really thinking I'm putting content out there and it's going to be great and no one watches it or people start dissing it, that hurts because we're all we're sensitive.
All right. Is today's actor basically required to be their own PR team, editor, writer, marketer, and therapist?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially in the beginning of your career, right? Because some people come out the career hot out the gates. They come from Juilliard, they get an agent, and then they book the thing, and they have the whole team. For the rest of us, it's like a one-man show. And you're going to have a support system, your friends around you. And the only thing I recommend is hang out with other actors and see what they're doing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not like a lot of actors have a lot of money or aspiring actors or
right.
So you have to do that yourself.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks, but at the same time, you learn out of it.
I mean, yeah, because even for me, I was reluctant when I started acting. You know what I'm saying? I started through an agency. You know,
Yeah.
I started with Central Casting,
which
is Casting Networks now,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? So I started with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, was behind the scenes, you know, background actor, one-line actor, a couple commercials here and there and everything like that. So I was able to at least like get my feet wet. Now, I'll say for me, where I feel I dropped the ball is there was times in my life, you know, life was overseeing my art.
Yeah.
And had I like been how I am now and let the art oversee life and still like manage things and have the threshold, I would have seeked for, you know, the agent. I would have seeked for, you know, within my agent, I would have probably seeked for an agent. You know, I would have probably went hard to go to be on SAG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or have the threshold to say, all right, let me withstand this and go through SAG and really get, you know, the proper things. And with just off of what you said, you know what I'm saying? It depends. It's situational.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For each actor, each situation is different.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? So I definitely feel you on that, son.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're right? You know, I feel like the thing that a lot of people don't talk about, you know, I think like every really great, like you have to have a bit of talent, right? But then there has to be that talent of like the hustle outside of the acting, which, you kind of have to embrace it. And it's not going to stop there, because then you make the next move and then you have to go on, you know, PR tours, right? That's a different kind of hustle, right? And you just have to keep going, and the hustle just changes, but you have to have a talent for that as well, or at least kind of embrace it. Yeah.
All right, man. If an AI can generate a great performance, does that make acting more valuable or less?
Ooh. I mean, if AI can deliver great performance, then it's scary.
Right.
Like as an artist, because then I'm like, am I out of a job? Because like, you know, current generation, like for me, it's like if something's AI, automatically I just cringe a bit. It's just like, because it's scary, right? And there's that fear. It's like, will it replace us? I think it's not just in acting, right? If you're any kind of job, AI might be a problem for your job.
Right.
And then people, you just learn something else. It's not that easy to like change something else, right? But I am scared that future generations will look at AI and just accept it as something that's normal, and they won't differentiate between, this is an AI performance and acting performance. Because then what would happen is over time in all of these studios, you might, like, this is the biggest fear. They're like, we don't need actors anymore. We could just do everything on AI.
Yeah, but then again, as what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? That's why a couple of years ago when the strike happened, you know, it was understandable. I mean, for some didn't, I think some did understand it, but then others were like kind of pushing back, and it's like, no, you're not understanding, you know, what it takes, you know what I'm saying? Because then let's say if they didn't fight, let's say if actors didn't fight for that, right? Now you're starting to hold domino effect of, okay, then acting schools won't matter. You know what I'm saying?
There's a whole economy.
The whole economy, and then also too, you know, the Meisner, you know, Meisner's, oh my God,
acting is imaginate like under. I forgot. What's the word?
I know.
Acting truthful under imaginary circumstances.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that regard, because now AI replaces that. So no, it was a bigger fight than just, you know, fighting against AI.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like integrity.
Yeah. And we're lucky we have a union that will
integrity.
fight for that, right? If you work in an office,
right,
you know, they're already hiring less people.
Right.
And my nephew in Switzerland now, he's going to do a trade school. And one of his, and he's like, it's crazy because he's only 14. He has to think about his job. Like, that's the weird thing in Switzerland. You're super young if you think about your future when you're like 14 or 15. But one of the trains of thought that he has to have in school is, will this job still be around in 5 to 10 years? You have no idea. So that's why, you know, I think there's a benefit to AI. I think it will be used, it can be used to improve our lives. But at the same time, everyone's a bit scared.
Yeah, circumstance, and also too, it depends on the individual that does it.
Yeah, and we've seen Terminator.
For me, I feel that, right.
We've seen Terminator. We're like, I don't know. So how that ended.
Let's not go wood.
Yeah, we need John Connor.
Let's hope not. We don't get Terminator. All right, let's go with this. And then we gotta get bars of cap. We definitely gotta get your
already.
Bars of cap.
Man, that was quick.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna get bars of cap. We're in 2026 right now. Does being a union actor still mean something, or is it becoming symbolic?
No, I think it definitely means something.
Okay. In what sense?
Proud union member. It took me a while to get that card, so I am proud of it. But that the union does fight for our rights, especially like you're a freelancer, right? So if you're non-union and you work on something, there's no guarantee you'll be paid, right? Mm-hmm. But I was lucky I never had that situation, but I have friends, they shot a film, never got paid. And, or like, when you start out, you're trying to get footage for your reel or whatnot, and you never get it, right? Now with the union, you have a big machine behind you that helps you out. I recently shot something and there was an issue with the payments, and the union reached out and they're like, oh, we're taking care of this. And they are. If you're on your own, good luck. So it does mean a lot. That being said, I think there's a danger in joining it a bit too early.
Okay.
Like,
in what sense?
Well, I know a lot of people, starting out, they don't have a lot of stuff. They don't have a lot of experience, right? And they try to get their card and, they get, Taft-Hartley, but they don't have a lot of experience because once you're in the union, you can only do union jobs.
Right.
And this is just for me, but this worked out. I think it took about 4 years to join the union. And in that time, I was able to do these independent feature films or like these short films. And I was able to get experience in footage. So that definitely helped. And I felt I was ready to get that car. But if someone has no footage or anything, just the job opportunities do dry up because, like, especially at the beginning, most stuff is non-union. And then you're in the union, you're up against very experienced actors. So, yeah, that's the bit of the catch-22 there.
Yeah, and then also too, it's like it's kind of in a way, even like with me, like with my city job. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I started, right, yeah. I wasn't on the union yet. I was still on probation as far as like to gain the experience. But even at that time, I don't think if I didn't have the experience or didn't experience the different type of classroom settings and thinking that magnitude, I don't think I would have signed up permanent, even though, money wise and stuff like that. But in the same token, I had the experience. I understood certain things. I understood certain policies and everything like that under teaching and just in education itself. Yeah. So then when it came the time of, okay, they came to me and presented me to be permanent. I was like, okay, cool. And then, understanding the union, the teachers union and everything like that. I think that's the same thing with actors. What I'm saying? Even though, we're in a time where social media and other things that matter, so AI, are eliminating not old school ways, but previous standards.
Yeah, there's an evolution.
There's evolution, but in the same token, it's like, okay, you got to kind of be smart with this when it comes to acting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because even just like I expressed in this episode, I wish I had the wherewithal to have been a tad bit patient, even though I did transition to media, but a tad bit patient to like, okay, if I could, give the time for media, I could have still gave me the time to go into, being with the union. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. When did you join?
No, I haven't. I'm still,
great,
I'm on the outside, but I think because I had transitioned to media and I went the media route still. I mean, I still act. I act on non-union projects, but by the grace of God, those projects did pay me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So by the grace of God of that, but in the same token, had that time when I was on the mainstream, level as a background actor and one-liner actor. I wish I had the wherewithal to like what I have now as far as what I do with media and stuff like that, even with the podcast. Like, I wish I had the wherewithal.
Yeah, the drive has to come from an authentic place. It'll come when it comes, right?
Right.
It'll happen when it happens.
Right.
So, don't worry about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. No. I'm still, trust me. I still have it in me. The dog is still in me to go act. And, it's not a thing like, okay, I do miss it tremendously. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But it's like I know what to do to like schedule my time, and because that takes time. Yeah. You got to really schedule it. Once you get into acting, it's not like here with podcasts. Yeah. And same thing with podcasts. Yes, you have to hone your time. Yeah. But in the same token, with acting is a different type of hone of time. Yeah. Testing your air, your lungs, your wind, checking your sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with the lines itself,
Yeah.
breaking down the script when you get it,
Yeah.
even if it's an audition and they give you like a 2-pager.
Yeah.
You still break down the 2-pager. Hey,
Yeah.
and that's the thing with me. I haven't lost that.
Yeah.
I still break down my script, even though it don't matter the role. I still break it down.
Yeah.
Okay, when I'm gonna break, when I'm not gonna break, when is my mood gonna change? Okay, on this line, I need my mood to be here. It has to be high. Okay, this one it has to be low, medium, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, or my cutoff line. Like me, I like the cutoff line. Like I don't know about you, I like the cutoff line. So it's like, if the person I'm speaking to, I use a certain word to know when to like go in. Yeah. To time the timing right. Yeah. I know what word to go in and say it. You know what I'm saying? It's those certain things that matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let's get to it, man. There was other
bars
things.
And cap.
We're gonna get to bars and cap. There was other things, but we gotta go to bars and cap, my creatives. Okay. All right.
Hit me.
Yeah, all right, let's go. Bars and cap. You already know what it is, man. It is the game, my creatives, you know, bars and cap, where I'll say a few scenarios. Bar. If Dennis agrees is a bar, he's going to say bar and then explain it. Cap, you know, it's self-explanatory. It's cap. That's lie. Yeah. Are you ready? All right, let's get it.
But yeah, go for it.
All right. If you're not posting content in 2026, you're invisible as an actor. Bars or cap?
Bar.
Okay, why bars? Talk about it.
I think like when you're starting out, it does help. I think just your own creativity. And once again, I don't post enough. I should be posting stuff, but I want to find something that's authentic and true.
Right.
But then you look at like all the superstars right now, like they do have their career, and at the end you want people watching you and they connect to you, like The Rock. The Rock's Instagram is great. And he's always connecting, and I think where you are at your career, it does help. But then you have other actors, they don't have social media and they're still okay. So I think if you're comfortable with it, if you do feel creative, use it. Because it's there. This wasn't there like 15 years ago. Right. Now it is.
Right. Yeah. For me, I don't like being on the fence, but it's cap based on depending on the individual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're one that
so it's a bar cap.
Yeah, it's a bar cap. You know what I'm saying? If you're one that's had a substantial career. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you've known how to maneuver and network and things of that magnitude. Yes, the times are the times, but the substantialness, if that's the word, of one's career, it gets cemented.
The stuff that you're posting is good and it's authentic, then it's great. If someone, like, it feels forced, then cap. But if you have something to say, if like comedians, like we're in New York, we know a bunch of stand-up comedians. Now they have this platform where they can post stuff.
Right.
And it's hilarious. And that's helped build careers.
Yes.
So that's good.
All right.
So that's bar.
All right.
Cap.
All right. Talent matters, but consistency matters more. Bar or cap? It's definitely a bar.
Bar.
Yeah, that's all right. Why bar? Why bar for you?
A lot of people have talent and they don't know how to use it, or they self-sabotage. And this is with a lot of artists, but just like people in sports as well. I remember this documentary about tennis players and this tennis coach, and he had this phenomenal female tennis player. And whenever certain matches, she just kind of shut down.
Right.
And then he figured out why, because I think the process of thought that this tennis player had was, if I give 100% and I lose, I won't be able to handle it.
Right.
And I see with a lot of actors, they self-sabotage as well, which doesn't lead to consistency.
Right.
So if you're like if there's mediocre talent, but you're consistent, there's a multi-million-dollar industry. We'll just bring the consistent person on instead of the super talented person who might F everything up.
Yeah.
Unless you're an A-lister and you can get away with everything.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to anything creative, in this entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of, even with talent, right? Even with talent, all right, if you're marketable, right? Yeah. Let's just put it like that. That's the one thing, if you're marketable, right? Okay. How much is your marketability gonna last? That's the key thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not consistent with your marketability, okay, what else do you have to offer after that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, talent nowadays because of the times when, it's not the overall caveat like it was, about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you had to be fucking talented. You had to be some kind of talent, and then everything else, marketing and marketability and star power and everything I mattered to, it played its part afterwards.
Yeah, it's also talent and fostering that talent, right? Because like you might be this like diamond, but you still have to cut the diamond, right?
Yeah.
Just improving, and that's consistency.
Right.
Like all the successful actors I know work really hard. And like the actors that I work the most, everyone says nobody outworks them, which is funny because no one can outwork everyone, but it is that work ethic.
Right.
And like it's the other only thing you can really control. Like, do you have a good work ethic or not? If you don't, it's gonna come back to you. Well, that's my chain of thought. So,
right. All right. This one right here, for sure, is gonna raise some eyebrows, and it might get some people commenting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. NYC actors are better trained. LA actors are better marketed. Bars a cap.
Cap.
All right, let's go. What's up? Let's go with it. Let's go.
Well, here's the thing, like talent's everywhere, right? And it depends. I've worked with some LA actors who just know how to work a camera.
Okay.
They just know. I don't know if it's like trained there or like there's certain training. But yeah, I think like talent, this thing, well, New York actors are better than LA. It doesn't really work that way. Like talent's talent. If someone's fostering that talent and they're growing it, there are good places in LA. There are great places in New York. There are good places in Atlanta. There are good places in Germany, right? And in terms of marketability, who knows what's marketable now, right?
Right.
I think that's why the good team is behind you, right? They're the ones who market you.
Right.
And where that is, I don't think that matters. So
yeah, no,
Cap.
I gotta go Cap as well. Only because, and yes, New Yorkers, I'm still New York, yes. But I think in this standpoint, shout out to the team again, Reemo Meerak Branson, we be wild in post and pre-productions. But no, I think what it is, it's because you figure with New York, you know what I'm saying, the amount of schools, not saying there's not schools in LA, but you figure, okay, with LA, it's more glitzier and glamour than over here, right?
Yeah.
But over here, because it's the grit, the grind, the stories, how the stories have happened here.
Yeah.
And then just like I said before, if it happens in New York, you make it in New York, you make it anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's all that. But based on what you said, you know what I'm saying? No, it's really now, like in these times, it doesn't really matter the pinpoint location. Yes, it matters as far as on a networking standpoint, yes. But as far as like, if you got people in Michigan making movies and you got people in Alabama, Texas, Nevada, over Switzerland, Japan, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the entry is large, is large. You know what I'm saying? So now who cares about,
There's a lot of BS teachers out there.
Right.
Like name acting schools that like promise one thing and they're not that great. Like, from what I've seen.
That kind of
like there are some really good genius acting schools on both sides, but the flip side of that coin, there's some sketchy ones.
Sketchy and shaky.
So yeah, watch out for the sketchy ones.
Knock on wood. Thank you. I didn't go to those schools. But shout out to the acting coaches I worked with. Shout out to the acting coaches I worked with. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. They didn't run me around the mill.
Like good acting teachers and coaches don't get enough respect. Like, every time there's an award ceremony, someone thanks. I don't know how many people thank their acting coach. I don't know why.
Sucks.
Right?
Yeah, let's dive in that a little bit before we get up out of it. Yeah, that's a weird thing, man. Because it's like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't name everybody, but that person in particular, or the school for that matter, I think should be mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, like, down the line, you're 40, do you still mention your college? But, if you're still working with an acting coach when you're older and that coach really helps you, like, thank that person, But, you never know. I don't know why, but.
All right, man. Most actors don't fail. They just quit too early. Bars a cap. damn, that's a dagger. Whoa. Jesus Christ.
I just quit too early. Cap.
Okay.
Cap.
Okay. All right. Explain your cap.
Cap. It's a rough industry. I mean, it's a brutal industry. Like in most jobs, you go to work, you work hard, might have a promotion, you get rewarded. I know some brilliant actors who've been doing this for years.
Right.
No one knows their name.
Right.
And it's rough. And they haven't quit. They're still going at it because there's this glimmer of hope, right? But yeah, it's just a rough industry. And it's like, I think it's even harder for women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lot of the women who take with me, the amounts of preparation that they do, and the amount of talent they have, the fact that they're not on TV on a regular basis just blows my mind. If someone quits early, they realize it's not for them. That's fair too, Like, I guess it.
Yeah, no, this ain't, listen, my creatives, you know how this goes here on Cuts. We have mentioned it so many times on this platform. This is not for the weary.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is not for the weary.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to go through that fire, that's the key thing.
Yeah.
I think for me, I know everybody else is different, but for me, I feel if you're not willing to go through that fire, you know what I'm saying? You just said yourself, you put 10 years, almost 12, let's say 10, 15.
Yeah, year 10 now.
Yeah,
year 10 now,
10 years into this. Reemo, he's put 20.
Yeah.
April makes 20.
Yeah.
April 26th makes 20. Yeah. And even amongst that time, I'll be as transparent as you say about dark times. Yeah, did I try to kill myself for this? Yes. Multiple times. You know what I'm saying? But it was because of the love. Love for it, because I was seeking for that purpose. Yeah. And, that's the decision I made. I said either I get this purpose or I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? At that time. And even
I'm sorry you went through that.
No. It's not. Hey, listen, it's part of life.
No, I feel
for us as creatives. No, right. It's rough, but for us as creatives, this is what we go through. Yeah. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to just have it be, okay, this is it. And we're going to be at an office or a desk. Yeah. And we love, and it's not what we love. Yeah. This is what you love. Yeah. You're going to do anything for what you love. I don't care what nobody says. Anything you love, you're going to go for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And for me, even at that time, just even talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I wish at the time I had the business acumen or at least the willingness to have the business acumen then. Because when I got in the game, I was happy-go-lucky. Because I was doing bullshit, I was doing retail jobs.
Because we were young, right?
Yeah, I was young. I was doing retail jobs, and then I got into the industry, and I was happy-go-lucky. Like, oh shit, I'm on set, I'm on Law and Order. Yeah. And then I didn't understand the business. Yeah. Had I understand the business, you know what I'm saying? I think I would have a better threshold. Yeah. Better threshold. Okay, go in the union. Aim for the union. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? And that magnitude, but that's what comes with it. It happens.
No, that's true.
Let's see. We're gonna finish one more, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, let's end on a positive note.
Yes. You can love acting and still hate the industry. Bars or cap?
Bars.
Let's go ahead.
That's not positive.
No, still. I mean, still, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think if you hate the industry, I think then it might be really challenging to do this for the rest of your life. Right. But yeah, I mean, like, the reason we act, we're on set. I still can't believe that I get paid for it. Right. It just blows my mind. Yes. Like my old job, I would like go to work, but I get paid. And I was like, I'm at work and I'm in awe.
You don't drag with acting.
I mean, I've been super lucky. I worked with some really talented
people. Off your resume in 10 years, off your resume, that's a pretty impressive resume.
Well, thank you. No, you were the one who read it. Oh, man.
Yes. No, I'm just saying. No, that's a pretty Thanks, man. That's a pretty impressive resume. Power Book 3. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's not. Dude, that's not easy. That's not easy. Yeah. That's not easy.
I've just been, like not happy-go-lucky, and I've always, I had a plan, but a lot I had to have a lot of luck. And, I'm still, happy. Of course I want bigger roles, right? Like, pass me the ball, watch me run,
Right. Ooh, say that again. Yo, say that again one more time. That was ill. Say that again one more time. Yo, my creator, did you hear that? Say that again one more time.
Take two? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Take two. Say that again.
No, I want more out of my career. I'm like, just pass me the ball. Watch me run.
Woo! Pass me the ball. Watch me run. Yo, that's 2026 right there, yo.
That was it.
I'm sorry. My creators. I'm stealing that from you, unfortunately. Pass me the ball. Watch me run.
Let me break the fourth wall, okay? Pass me the ball. Watch me run.
That's it. That's all we get. And look, there we go. There we go. There goes the positivity.
Thanks.
Nonetheless, man, let everybody know where to follow you at, Dennis.
At DennisOOii.com. That is spelled Dennis OOii. DennisOOii.com. I've lived in so many places and everyone mispronounces my name. I mispronounce as well. And there's no real right name. So Dennis, DENIS, 1N, OOI. Doesn't make sense phonetically, but it's spelled OOI.
Yeah, that's
Dennis OOii.
Oh, man. Man, Dennis, appreciate the time for you, man. Thank you, brother. Real talk. You already know what it is, my creators. You know how this goes, man. Culture, urban technology, and sports. You know where we're at. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, DJ Chase Radio. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, you know where to follow me at, my creator. If you want to chop it up with me, at Reemo Meerak _ as well as, too, here on the platform, at Culture, Urban Technology, and Sports. You know what it is. What a way to kick off the season. You know what I'm saying? Season 8, hands over the eyes. 8 to white, baby.
Dude, thanks for having me.
It's the 2 up. Turn that 2 over. Ruger's up. You already know what it is. That's peace. All right.
Done.
All right, dude.
Oh, to the garden. It's in New York, sound like we in the garden. Huh? Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these shades, you see a murder house. A lot of people that I beef, it wasn't worth my time. Got my name in your mouth, like them Perkies. How them take sucking contest, you first alive. Free live rule, even serving time.